This is going to take a while. Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's show. Today's adventure brings us to Alaska, Cordova, Alaska, and we're fishing just out of the Orca Bay Inlet, and I'm with my good friend Roland Martin. We're going after a fish that there's not a lot that's known about, and it's called the salmon shark. And I'm telling you, these fish get to be big, 10, 12, 14 feet, big ones, huh?
I think it's 300 or 400 pounds, Tony.
It just, I mean, we have got our hands cut out for us. I mean, this is going to be an action-packed half hour. What's happening is these salmon sharks we're in these deep bays, these deep basins. It's 500-600 feet out here, but we're only probably a mile away from where these fish, the salmon, are actually on their way up to spawn. And these salmon sharks are sitting out here in the deeper water, and we're going to be catching hopefully 2 or 3 of them today. But it's going to take a while. So hey folks, don't go away. Capra's Outdoors will be right back with some salmon shark fishing up here in Alaska with Roland Martin. Cordova, Alaska is located at the southeast corner of Prince William Sound on the edge of the Capra River Delta. This small fishing community is where we will spend the next few days in search of the Alaskan salmon shark. Luke Borer, the captain of the Real Fun, has studied this shark for several years. His knowledge and expertise makes him one of the foremost authorities in Alaska. Related to the great white, the salmon shark inhabits the much colder water areas of Alaska, feeding primarily on salmon that are running in the nearby rivers and streams. Now, Luke, what we'll do here is we're going to look for them first, right?
Correct. I don't want to just try to fish for one shark, because one shark in a location, you have a tough time catching them.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll look for fish rising, and then we'll get set up.
Correct.
Now we're moving into the back end of this cove. Right out behind us here is Orca Bay, but they're kind of funneling these salmon in here.
Well, actually, the salmon are coming here anyway. What they're doing is just, I guess you'd call it strategically locating themselves so that the salmon have to go by them. These are all highly productive salmon streams in all of these bays that are along here, and the sharks sit right out of the edges waiting for the salmon to come, and then they attack the schools from below and behind.
There was one right there.
Yeah, there's a good one.
There's one right there.
Yes,
oh yeah,
that was a great one.
So after we spot them, then what we're going to do is you find a little group of them, then how are we going to go about fishing them?
Basically, we'll pull up wind a ways, and then we'll lower the lines down right alongside the boat to start out with, not put them out on bobbers or balloons, and just drift along the track that brings us right straight to where we saw. It works out better there. See, there's more, 1, 2, 3, 4 sharks.
Oh yeah, you can see them on the meter there.
Right. So we just go back up here, get the gear rigged up, and just drift back through this. And we should, on a single drift, with that many there, it should be able to hook up.
Get a hook up? Well, I'm ready. Let's get it hooked. Let's get everything rigged up.
Yeah, I'm going to pull out in the middle so we got some time and don't drift onto the rocks. The way I hook them up is through the back, because the shark seemed to think that fish is still swimming. If you hook them up through the mouth, I used to use double hook setups that hooked up just like you hook up a herring for trolling, but I don't get as much success that way. But we hook them up right through the back underneath the dorsal fin, and it seems to work really, really well for me. Then the fish, you want to get it balanced. And it doesn't matter that you put a bunch of holes in it, because after it's fairly balanced, then we take the knife and just kind of skewer along him so that some scent gets out and hit the belly meat.
got
Now
him.
watch your drag, Tony, because it's real tight now. That's her tail hitting the leader.
Is it?
Yes.
How big do you think she is?
500.
500 pounds?
Yeah, 450, 500.
450 or 5? You gotta be kidding me. Hey, this could be the biggest fish I've ever caught. Whoa. You ever seen anything like it, Roland?
I've never seen a big shark like that. I've seen makos.
That's not a big one.
This is a special shark. This is really something.
You know, and the biologists, they haven't learned a lot about these fish. I mean, they're the biggest game fish that's in Alaska, but they don't know a lot about them. And we're going to be covering all kinds of different topics. Our guide today is Luke Bohr. He lives up here in Cordova. He's an expert on these salmon shark.
Okay,
And we're going to learn a lot on today's show about them. I know one thing, I've never seen anything like it as far as power. I'm sweating. There's the leader. There's the leader. We got the leader now. Whoa. Oh. Now what Luke is doing here, and why he's pulling away from the fish, is these fish snake out and they roll. And what can happen is the leader, whoa, there she is up on top. The leader can get wrapped in the tail. So the reason that Luke keeps the boat moving is that she's hooked in the mouth, but that tail will flap around and catch up on that leader. Whoa! And so he just keeps his boat in front of him. And I'm telling you, this fish would like to pull me right out of the boat. We've got a harness on, which without it would be impossible. Without this harness.
There she is on the surface.
There she is up on the surface. Roland, he's saying that these big old salmon sharks are kind of like a cross between a mako and a great white.
They say they're in the mako family. I guess it's great whites and makos and these salmon sharks. Pretty much the same fish.
Well, when you talk about an outdoor frontier, this is it. Whew. There's the leader. So Roland touches that leader.
Official catch on the ITFA. You caught the fish.
Okay, there's the end of it. There she is.
Okay, I'm going to stop stationary. If she runs under the boat, loosen your drag and let her run. Okay,
Oh, all right,
back
what
up
do we got
along the boat.
going?
Back up along the boat.
Back up.
Just back up. Get him up close to me.
Oh,
There she is.
there she is. Look at the size of that fish. Wow. Just look at the size of that fish.
We got to cut her loose. She's going to die if we don't. Bring the leader over to me.
Okay, watch, heads up, I'm coming this way.
Bring the leader over to me.
Back up.
Here she goes.
That is a giant fish.
Wow.
Good job.
Look, what a deal.
job.
Wow, I can't believe that. That fish, I had never seen power like that in a fish before.